Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you are watching this when it's released, then I hope everyone has had a safe um, Memorial Day weekend, hopefully with your family. Take a moment to remember those who gave everything so we can be able to do this and watch YouTube. So being Memorial Day weekend, I had a little extra time to maybe get the shop cleaned up a little bit, and I thought, hey, what better time to do the obligatory shop tour? It dawned on me that I did not do one in my old shop, and I have since upgraded to a little bit larger shop. I say that with hesitation, and I know some of you are probably working in a space much smaller than me, and kudos to you, because I wish I had double the space I have now, of course. I am working out of I think it's supposed to be a two-car garage. It was originally a carport that we converted into a garage. I believe I did a video on that. If I did, if I can find it, I'll link to it if you want to see that. Um, it's really more like a 1.5, I would say. It's about 18 by 18-ish. So figured I'd show you around, and I think where I'm going to start is I'm going to start over here to my right, which is basically where I start if I'm going to be milling down lumber and everything, kind of the way I flow things. It's not perfect because, as a matter of fact, I've got some moving around I want to try to do and a little bit different dust collection setup, but it is what it is right now. I had to get it set up so I could get back to working in here when I moved. So anyway, let's go look at it. Okay, so the first place we're going to start is kind of on this far wall over here. This was to my right when I first started the video. This is basically where I have all my lumber storage. Yes, I just picked up a ton of black walnut and just got packed in here. We'll start from this corner here. I've actually got my JesEm router table here with the dust collection box. It works great. And any of the tools that I show here today, I will leave a link in the description where you can find any of those. Some of them are affiliate links, so please, it does help the channel if you use those links if you're interested in purchasing. And then there's probably going to be a couple that are not. But so basically, I start right here. I pull my lumber down. I'll cut it down to its rough length here. Once that's done, I will come over here behind me to my jointer, which I'll show in a second. Basically, I started this miter saw station out pretty crudely and decided to add a couple of shelves in. Actually, I just did this yesterday. Just something to hold my my Festool boxes. I started out with this RIDGID Shop Vac under here, and you know, I never did pipe in any other dust collection to the miter saw because the Shop Vac actually works very well, and I only have to empty it out maybe once every 2 or 3 weeks, so it's really not that bad. Again, my dust collection, you can see, is run down here. Bring you to the end over here. This is where my dust collection system actually starts. Got one hose that runs off. This is the Jet DC 1100 with the filter on top. Does a tremendous job for my size especially. I've got 2 ports here, one that runs this distance and goes to my router table, and that same port also goes across to the other side to my CNC, and you'll see that here in just a few minutes. The other port runs up, and I apologize for the painting. I never did get a chance to finish painting. It was yellow, so I painted it blue. The other one goes up and across and drops over to my table saw, my jointer. That is my little storage place for my slab flattening jig that I bought. So I'll immediately take a turn behind me, and you will see my shop fox. This is a 6-foot bed jointer. I'm super happy with this. They actually had originally sent me the wrong bed. I wanted a 4-foot, but I have room for the 6-foot, and it was going to cost more to ship it back and exchange it. They just said keep it, so I did, no problems. Dust collection that drops down from the top for my table saw and my jointer here. this is where I'm going to be doing a little bit of changing, because obviously the next step you would want would be your jointer, and my jointer is on the other side of the room. I mean, I'm sorry, my planer is on the other side of the room. I really want it here. I don't use the drill press and the bandsaw. I do have the RIKON 10-inch 3061, I believe it is. I got it from Woodcraft here locally, so it's a great bandsaw for what it is. I don't use it a ton. I actually would like to upgrade soon to a 14-inch floor model, but anyway, we'll get there. Just some random storage here. Got a ton of these offcuts. I make quite a bit of MDF signs with epoxy for a client. I think you'll see some of them sitting on the table over there here in a minute anyway. I'm working on those currently. Anyway, so this is my Win drill press, variable speed. Super happy with it. It has done a really good job. Hey, Win makes some pretty good products if you haven't already figured that out. And behind in the distance there, you can see my my hose reel that I popped in. My compressor is actually behind that door there. We're not going to go in that room, just like we're probably not really going to look over this horrible toolbox I have here. The toolbox is great. I just don't have it organized like I want it. But this is where all my battery operated drills and stuff live. I got a project that I'm working on with that too. So let's go over here to the other front corner. Sorry, apologize if I'm making you dizzy. That's what was behind me in the shot in the beginning. Just storage for my Festool track saws, tracks. Works good putting them up there, keeping them out of the way. Come over here to, this is my bench that I built for my Shapeoko Pro CNC machine. It's crudely built. I've still got to put some shelving in here, probably some drawers here on this right-hand side. But anyway, it is what it is right now. But I use this quite a bit. Been dealing with Shapeoko and Carbide 3D. They have been super wonderful to deal with. I have burnt up 2 routers, and I'm not really sure how I'm doing it, and neither are they. But they have had no questions asked when I've called in to get them replaced. Immediately sent me a replacement right out. So it's probably something I did and messed it up. But anyway, in any case, this one that I've got now has been doing good, no issue. Got my little dehumidifier mounted crudely up on a little shelf there. I keep my shop humidity pretty in check, and that's a big help. That Black & Decker, I'll leave a link to it as well. Then coming over here, this is some other stuff that's going to get moved around, but for now, this is what it is. This is my Festool CT26 dust extractor. I think that's my sander I have on top there. My ETS 150 sander. I just ordered a Vortex that hopefully will be here tomorrow. Super excited to get to use it on some of these tables that I'm doing. And then here you go. Here is my planer. Again, this is a Win planer. This is the 13-inch helical head planer. It is amazing. I can go straight to about 180 grit sandpaper directly off the planer, and it does a great job. My little cleanup shop vac I have in here, really just for kind of dusting stuff off. My belt and disc sander from Win, it does a great job for what I use it for. I do have air conditioning in here. This didn't have air conditioning or anything piped into it, so I actually had to create this. This one has done pretty good. It's an Innovation air conditioning system, portable air conditioning system. It does a really good job. Moving on over here, this is my drum sander. Of course, I do pull it out when I go to use it. This is the 1632 Supermax. Great job, probably one of the best purchases I've made. Got a little bit of clamp storage here that I just kind of added on to that bracket where I put the air conditioning unit up. This is the door that goes directly outside. Some more clamp storage here, and then this is basically most of my epoxies and finishing shelves. Do have a ton of those just sitting around everywhere. I love doing epoxy work, epoxy tables. Currently working on one now. That video hopefully will be out here in a few weeks. And then just full circle. And we'll go back over here. This is my my Harvey. This is the Alpha series, the HW110LC 36, 36-inch rip capacity. Which I'll be honest with you, I did, as a matter of fact, the other day I did 38. I can actually do 38. Of course, it's not marked. You have to measure it out, but it will slide over and do a 38-inch rip. Of course, I've got my JesEm stock guides. I did a review on that. I'll link in the description. One thing I failed to mention, you will notice here, I do have a tourniquet here at my table saw. I also have a tourniquet over there at my miter saw. If you're going to be working in a shop, please have a tourniquet. I'm a paramedic by trade, so I guess it's something in the forefront of my mind. Little crude shelf. I'm not even done with it yet. I just stuck it in there. This is just kind of what houses most of my stuff for my table saw. You can see I have my miter gauge there on the inside. I also have a jig in there that does extreme angles. Coming around here, hey, trash can. This is my assembly table. I just redid it not long ago. I just got two T-tracks in it on the top for holding down. Probably may put some cross pieces in later. Serves as an outfeed table as well. Little open area underneath here. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do with it yet, but right now it holds my taper jig and my my crosscut sled with my beautiful Cat's Moses stop block. Just a few drawers. Not really nothing to speak of. Just some random sandpaper stuff here. This just kind of holds my bit. Some of my hold down stuff. Just mainly my masks. And the bottom one is really basically my polishing stuff for epoxy. I have a polisher in there. And you see some of the projects I'm working on. I'm going to be making some duck calls. If anybody's a duck hunter, my buddies over at Foam Frat make signs for them for their clients as well. And that's a sign I'm currently working on for myself. Actually, I think I'm going to put it up on the back wall over there on the garage or something. And then on the end, I just made this crude little holder. Oh, this little gimbal thing's going crazy on me. A crude little holder for paper so I can pull that across when I'm doing glue ups. And I think that is about, oh, I'm sorry, I almost forgot. If I can get a shot up here above the air conditioner. I also have the AFS, Jet AFS 1000 air cleaner. Works tremendously well. I keep it on pretty much anytime I'm out here in the shop where I'm working. It does a wonderful, wonderful job. Super happy with it. Okay, so that's the tour. I hope I did not completely bore everybody with that, but I figured I would do one. Plus, it's a good way for me to kind of keep up with it. Wish I would have done one before I moved the shop over here, but anyway, it's a good place to start. Kind of look and see what the changes are. I'll leave links in the description for everything in here. Again, some are affiliate links, some are not. And if you have any suggestions on any way I could change something or set this up better, please, by all means, leave a comment below and let me know. And maybe something I can give a try, something I haven't thought of. Appreciate you watching. See you in the next video.